XFL. Jim here with my end of the year XFL garage update. What do we have going on in the XFL, in the garage itself? Let's just jump right into it. To begin, we kind of look back at where we were at the midpoint video. Those CFL talks were fun, weren't they? It was super fun to be able to talk about the CFL. Imagine a world where the CFL and the XFL could join together and create this world domination factor of football, of spring football. It was beautiful. The CFL season's underway, and it's been nice to watch them flourish and have a great season. I've been watching it a shitload, and I love every bit of it. And it's been nice to actually wonder what the XFL can do on its own. Those talks are through. Maybe we'll hear something if the CFL, when their season finishes, I'm not sure. But it was fun. That was fun while it lasted. The rest of the year, for a big chunk from when The Rock bought it, like last year to mid this year, it was a fucking desert of information. We were clawing at Danny Garcia fucking Instagram stories, just random posts from her and The Rock, and it was just nothing. And then we get the fucking big shell right here. 9 executives hired. I'm going to go through these executives, kind of like give my opinion on them real quick. We have Russ Brandon, President, League Football Operations. Good. I'm happy there's somebody that seems to know what they're doing in charge of the football operations. I wish we would get Sam Schwartzstein back, but I just don't see that happening anytime soon. I would love him to come back more than anything. I feel like at this point it's kind of a pipe dream. Rob Gerby, CFO. Always nice to have a CFO. Just flat out, I'm going to give that one a 3 out of 5. Jordan Slater, CBO, businessman. Big businessy shit, you know, the garage is all about that big business, so I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 7. Janet Dutch, get a nice powerful woman in there, hashtag girl boss, hashtag gaslighting, hashtag go, get the fucking league up and running, let's do it. She's Chief Marketing Content Officer. I don't know who was throwing away my applications. I don't know where the fuck they think they're getting off, not even asking me for an interview and hiring this Janet, damn it, Janet, you fucking bitch, you took my job, but I still love you. I'm going to be backing you 100%. Mark Ross, Executive VP of Football Operations. How many fucking VPs and executives do they need for football operations? It's a fucking sport. They better be doing some cool shit with the rules. I'm going to give Janet, by the way, I'm going to give Janet a 8 out of 6, and I'm going to give Mark a 4 out of 12. Doug Whaley, Senior VP, Player Personnel. This is the most important spot, in my opinion. You need to get players people recognize. The play is the most important factor in this game. If you don't have entertaining football, you don't have a fucking successful league. The XFL was entertaining as shit. Fucking XFL in 2023 better be entertaining as well. You need to get players people recognize. Just some, but you need to get players that are willing to kind of like roll with the whole content train and have a good personality and are also just fucking fun to watch. Scott Horniman, Senior VP, Enterprise Tech. Cool, 7 out of 8. Jay Rothman, Senior VP Broadcast Operations. Super important here. You need to be getting the broadcast partners on board. You need the ESPNs, the Foxes. Interesting to see how Fox will do with the USFL thing going on. Blah, blah, blah. I'll get into that a little bit later. Like it. I'm going to give him a 10 out of 12. And Cindy Wagner, Senior VP of People Operations. It's a people first world out there, folks, and we need people like Cindy to lead us to more people and lead people into the way of the XFL. I'm going to say she's kind of like a Sherpa, leading the sheep of people who want spring football into the fields, the pastures that is the XFL in 2020. Those are kind of what we have right there. My main takeaways, I mentioned it before. I really wish Sam Schwartzstein was back. It's a pipe dream of mine. I think he's one of the brightest minds out there when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'd love for him to be back. Other thing, does this mean more announcements incoming? Does this mean we're going to get coaches? We're going to get potential cities? I'm betting that the XFL waits until maybe the CFL season's done. For sure until the CFL season's done. Maybe they'll wait to announce something until the NFL season's done. Maybe be a little cheeky and be like, hey, guess what? This is when we started last year. We're going to do a little announcement thing right here. We'll announce the cities, or if they have anything, we don't fucking know. I'm literally just speculating right now. It would be fucking awesome to get something like cities or coaches or just some other big sort of announcement. Maybe the store opens back up. That'd be even cool too. The store hasn't been open for, I'd say, a few weeks, about a month now. And I'm excited to see if they're going to announce maybe the store's opening back up. You can buy some new merch. Maybe they tweak the Roughnecks logo a little bit, and maybe that makes the merch I already have a little bit more fucking valuable, folks. I wonder if when the CFL's done, if they're going to give me a little holler, talk a little CFL XFL, maybe XFL, NFL. I know a bunch of these spring leagues are trying to get in with the NFL to be like sort of a farm league. And I wonder if in some extent that's the way to kind of, to go forward and be the league that survives, is to like be just under the NFL. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think leagues should be able to survive on their own, do their own thing. And I don't want to just be under the NFL's thumb the whole time as the XFL. Now, I've said forever that we don't really have that much XFL news, and that's just proof right there that normally I'd be able to do an entire video on just XFL stuff, but we have so much more going on right now. Next up, I have the USFL, who just announced a whole bunch of shit. So for the USFL, first off, I want to get this out of the way. If they're going to be doing announcements through the Colin Cowherd show, fuck right off with that. I do not want to have to sit through a whole 2 hours of Colin Cowherd and all his bullshit to just have an update on some USFL news. Fuck all of that. But the news we did get, we got the team names, we got the announcement that they are going to be doing basically a hub city in Birmingham this year. Let's just go through the cities real quick and the teams. We have the Birmingham Stallions. Fine. I like the city of Birmingham bringing that back. I wish instead of going with the classic Birmingham Stallions from the USFL, I know they own those names. Those are the ones they get. I really like the Iron. I just think that sits so much better in my throat. New Jersey Generals, gotta have them. They're a staple here. Everyone knows them. They were a big spring league team, and no more said about that. Philadelphia Stars, you gotta have them. Even if they're not the most original name, I love the logo, and the Stars were the champions of the last USFL. You gotta bring them in. New Orleans Breakers, on the Breakers. It's fine, I guess. Pittsburgh Maulers, fun team. Love a Pittsburgh team in here. It's a big football city, big football area, good grit. The Maulers are fine. Tampa Bay Bandits, I like it. You need a Florida team, and Tampa Bay is fine. I like the Vipers a lot, obviously. And I think the Bandits will be all right. Houston Gamblers need this. You need this. And what you need to do as the USFL is you really need to be pushing sports betting. I'll get into that in a little bit here. But you have the Michigan Panthers, my favorite team of the USFL of old. The Michigan Panthers need this team, need some of that Midwest representation. The only thing that's lacking in the USFL, in my opinion, is they have like no West Coast teams. And I understand the West Coast does not really care nearly as much about football. But to ignore that area completely, that kind of like shies away from some potential TV markets. I understand maybe you're not doing that right now. Maybe you're going to expand to a couple cities. You could always add 1 or 2 in, depending on how the year goes out. I'm going to give them some time on that, but to have no West Coast representation at all is kind of interesting, in my opinion. Kind of interesting. Now, with the Houston Gamblers, plenty of degenerates are going to be riding this team fucking hard. And the USFL, if they want to be successful, they need to be pushing sports betting pretty aggressively, in my opinion, because who's going to be watching spring football in the month of April? It's going to be degenerate sports bettors. Generally, April to like July or something like that, that's when a lot of sports people take the time off. They're doing something else. It's a dead period. The USFL is going to be primed to have this area just to themselves. Yeah, they're competing with NBA and hockey, but guess what? Football's going to win that matchup, and I think the USFL is in a prime spot to get this area, to capture this spot, and if they can get sports betting on board and get it like well integrated within the system, they're going to be in a fucking super, super nice spot. I'm rooting for the USFL, folks. I'm XFL Jim, I'm rooting for the USFL. I love any kind of alternative spring football. I'm also very interested to see what new rules or anything like that they're going to be doing with the USFL. I'm excited to see. Maybe they'll do some new kickoff rules. Maybe they'll do some new timing rules. Very excited with that. And I'm hoping we can start getting player announcements. I know they're doing the draft sometime in January. We don't have an exact date yet. But I'm very excited to see coaches, players, anything else new like that. I understand they're doing the whole hub city thing, and I get why they're doing it. That kind of sucks, though. I like the whole travel aspect, home field advantages. But Birmingham's a fine city. It's going to be a fun time. Go UAB, just because they're playing in your arena. That'll do it for the USFL news. I really don't have much more on that. For the CFL news, I'm going to throw that one over to CFL Jim. Hey there, guy. Yeah, the CFL's been pretty interesting. We had our conference semifinals here. We had the Tiger Cats taking down the Alouettes and the Rough Riders in a fucking crazy one against the, what was see the Stampeders, that's right. And now we're getting ready for the conference finals. It's going to be the Argonauts at home versus the Tiger Cats, and the Rough Riders facing the #1 team in the league in the Blue Bombers. The CFL's been very exciting this season, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I love you guys. Let's fucking go. CFL Jim all the way. Baby. See ya, buddy. Thanks a lot, buddy. I'm very excited to see how the CFL season ends and what I wonder what kind of like TV ratings it's going to get. I wonder what kind of product we're going to see on the field, because like the semifinals, the Eastern and Western semifinals, those were fucking amazing. Those were some electric games, and I'm very excited to see what continues in the playoffs. Now, for the XLeague, I'm going to throw that one over to XLeague Jim.
Okay, XFL Jim, what we have here is we have the fucking postseason coming out. We have the end of the regular season. We have the postseason right here in front of us. Here's what we got. We have the semifinals of Panasonic, Impulse, IBM Big Blue, Obic Seagulls, and the Fujitsu Frontiers. I saw this coming a mile away. Everyone who's been watching the XLeague saw this coming a mile away. You gave me a decision. I think the Obic Fujitsu game decides who the winner of the whole thing is. Give me I think Obic avenges their last loss. Give me Obic Seagulls versus the Panasonic Impulse finale. That's what I'm thinking. Back to you, XFL Jim.
Anyway, that's very telling, XLeague Jim. I'm very excited. As you all know, Obic Seagulls are my team. I love that team more than fucking anything. Go Seagulls for life. I think that game's going to be fucking electric. Check it out if you can. Now, that's the XFL news, the USFL news, the fucking league news going on. Fan Control Football is doing something, whatever. I don't fucking know. Fuck them. I like the Fan Control Football League, but whatever. What's going on in the garage? What's been happening? If you've been paying attention this year, you've noticed I've started a podcast, the Jimnasium. We're branching out. We have Gym Rats. We had the Pick Sports. We got a whole bunch going on. Love it. My boy Chase is fucking fantastic. Podcast every single week. Sunday, 8 p.m. Central. Friday, 8 p.m. Central. Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. Those are all happening live. The audio version's coming out. Don't want to bore you with that. I got a lot going on. Rampage is always happening on behind the background. I know you guys don't notice it, but that's what the fucking whole hair shit was for in the middle of the year, and it's coming along. I got a bunch that I'm working on right now behind the scenes there. And finale, we have a whole bunch of Bud Light Seltzer stuff coming on. They just released their Christmas pack. I'm going to dive deep on this winter pack once I can find it. I'm very upset I couldn't find the Arby's vodka, and then I'm just interested in what you guys are interested in. I could do food reviews, I could do recipes, I could do plenty of other shit. I'm very open to what the audience wants to hear and see. And I'm looking for some feedback. If you're going to give feedback, please do. Also, tentative announcement, I am coming out with a calendar shoot. I don't know if it'll be ready by the end of this year, but it should be ready by the beginning of next year. You can get your XFL Gym Garage calendars. They're going to be out. They're going to be good. They're going to be lit. They're going to be fucking awesome. I'm excited with how that's going to be going down. And thank you. I just want to say thank you. This is my last update. I do about 3 of these a year. I do one at the beginning of the year, kind of like lay out how I want the year to go. And this one's been kind of like my recap on it. I wanted to grow. I wanted to do my podcast. Super happy with that. I'm super happy with the growth the channel's been having. I'm super happy with the outreach that you guys have been giving me. I'm extremely excited for where we can go next year. That'll be kind of, I'm gonna lay that out for the preview, but I'm glad with how this year went. I'm very happy. Better Than Vegas has been fucking fantastic to me. I'm sending my boys out. I've been doing like collaborative content, which has been super fun. That's been awesome. I'm excited for what this year has been, and I'm excited for what 2022 can be. Love you guys. Like and subscribe. The whole fucking shebang. I know I'm doing that at the end. Whatever. Peace out. Stay #Garage certified. Fuck the hell.